Hi guys, this is Mr. C and you're welcome to another wonderful video that is tailored for you. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can apply and also authenticate your Nigerian birth certificate. Now, if you're born in Nigeria, or of course, you have to be born in Nigeria. In this case, you are eligible to apply for a Nigerian birth certificate. And if you are at the age of 18 and above, then you have to apply for attestation of birth later. So these are two separate things, but they function as one. Okay, for those who are 17 and below, you will have to apply for a birth certificate. And for those who are 18 and above, you have to apply for attestation of birth later. So it's a document that certifies your age, your names, who your parents are, and your local government of origin and the states or locality where you're born or where you reside. So the document, in essence, clarifies that your age and everything that you've presented is authentic. So right away, we're going to talk how to apply for this very special document. For Nigerians, this channel is all about helping you Japa in the best way and also in the most efficient way possible. And if you're not in Nigeria, you'll be wondering, what is Japa? What does it mean? All right. Japa means to escape, maybe to evade or to run away from something or somewhere. And in this context, Japa means escaping the harsh economy, the hardship in Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria is a very beautiful country, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean that everything is sunshine. So right away, I'm going to proceed with how to apply for this birth certificate. So like I said, 18 and above, you apply for attestation of birth certificate. 17 and below, you are eligible to apply for a birth certificate. Now, there are two processes on how you can apply for this document. The first process is the traditional method, where you have to go to the office of the National Population Commission in your state of origin or the state where you currently reside in Nigeria. And the second method is online at the website of the National Population Commission. And thanks to this government body for offering this streamlined and easy process. So even if you're not in Nigeria, you are able to apply for this document wherever you are. And to do that, there are some requirements. So for those who are going to apply online, these are the requirements. So among the requirements, these are the important things that you need to provide to apply for these documents online. Number one, you need to have a valid email address. And then you are expected to have a NIN, National Identification Number. And if you don't have a NIN, you're also allowed to apply for this document. And then come back later when you have your NIN to complete the application process. And in addition to this, you also need to provide a sworn affidavit. And the sworn affidavit is a declaration of age. And you can get the sworn affidavit at a High Court of Justice in wherever town or city that you live in Nigeria. So when you have this, you need two passport photographs, or a passport photograph, I believe, when you're applying online. And then the application fee is 20 USD. That is the application fee. Now you're only allowed to apply for this one time, and you can reprint whenever you need, and you can also adjust. And the website where you can apply for this document is nationalpopulation.gov.ng. Of course, you start with HTTPS. And that is a website. And when you get to the website, the landing page, you just have to go to services and then birth registration self-service or birth attestation self-service. And you continue the process. Now, if you want to apply for this document in person using the traditional method, we assume you are already in Nigeria. So what you need to do is you just have to go to the High Court of Justice in your locality. And when you're there, you get a sworn affidavit, a declaration of age affidavit. I don't have it in hard copy right now, but it's going to appear on the screen right away. So with this sworn affidavit, you are able to apply for your attestation of birth later. Now, it's so easy because the secretary who is going to prepare your sworn affidavit, in most cases where you are, they are going to be able to provide these documents for you. And you can get the document in a couple of days, and in most cases you can get it instantly, or you can get it the following day. So it is mandatory that you provide a sworn affidavit. And in the sworn affidavit, it states that your name are genuine, that every information that you have supplied in the courts at that very day, they are all genuine and authentic. So that is exactly the process. So for me, I would say I suggest if you're in Nigeria or you have somebody in Nigeria who can stand on your behalf, they can also do this. Because sometimes applying for these things online can have some little complication if you are not familiar with the process. So it's so easy if you already have somebody in Nigeria. It can be your mother, it can be your father. So these are the only two persons who can prepare, who can get a sworn affidavit on your behalf. Because in the process, they have to provide their informations as well. And they are your parent. Now, these are the process. I just have to repeat one more time that if you are the age of 18 and above and you don't already have a birth certificate that is from National Population Commission, you are only eligible to apply for attestation of birth later. And if you are at the age of 17 and below, and in the first case you don't already have this document, now you can apply for a birth certificate. So I hope it's clear. Now let's proceed forward. There's something I need to say really clearly, and you should take it really very important. It is that in the process of applying for the affidavit, you have to be very, very, very sure, certain that the names in the affidavit letter or in your attestation of birth letter appear the same way it appears on your passport. If by any chance there is a mistake, maybe a misspelling, or the pattern, the order that the names appears, you're going to have a problem. So the names has to appear as they are in your passport. Your surname has to be your surname. It should come last. Your first name should come first. Your middle name should be in the middle. So that is exactly how it has to appear. Now, if you give me a moment, I'm going to show you what the attestation of birth letter looks like. So it looks like this. So I'm going to close some information, but I believe you're going to get it. So it looks exactly like this. This is exactly how the document looks like. Okay? And you have a stamp on it and a seal. So the other document which is going to appear on the screen is the declaration of age document. So now this is it. As I was saying, your names has to appear the same name, your first name before your middle name, or whatever order it appears on your passport. So I hope this is very clear. So once you've done that, this is just the first step. And if you need to use your document in Nigeria, you have to authenticate your document. The same way, if you want to use your document overseas, you have to authenticate the document as well. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get the document authenticated. Just stick on. If you have a birth certificate that is issued during the time of birth, I mean the certificate that is issued by the hospital, that is not issued by the National Population Census, it is not accepted, even in Nigeria. It is not accepted, especially if you're applying for visas and stuff. You may have a problem later on. So you need to apply for this document as soon as possible. So let's talk about authenticating your document. When you already have your certificate, you should send it to Abuja, or you take it in person to Abuja to be authenticated. And you can have this document authenticated at the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. And if you don't know how to get this document authenticated and you want to do it, you can contact me. I can help you. I can assist you. I can offer you the service of having this document authenticated on the same day. So now, when you take this document to be authenticated, you're going to have a stamp somewhere behind the document. A dry stamp. That's what you're going to have on the document. So that is it for those who are going to use this document. And the signature, of course, there are also going to be a signature, a dry stamp and a signature on your document, proving that the document is legit and issued by the respective office. For those who are going to use this document overseas, you have to do this process authenticated documents at the Foreign Affairs. And when the document is with you in hard copy, the document has to be re-authenticated at the embassy at your residing country. So you take the document to your Nigerian embassy, wherever you live abroad, and you have it authenticated again. Usually it can cost a fee of about, let's say, 100 USD. Now guys, this is the whole process. I hope it's very helpful for you, and I hope you understand the process. And I hope it's clear. But of course, if some certain process or steps are not really clear for you, you are very free to leave a comment in the comment section. Or you can write me an email at contactmrc4@gmail.com. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to support this channel, so this channel can grow and we can have more YouTube followers, and also I can have more things to talk about and more ways to help you guys. And until then, until the next video, see you guys another time. Ciao.